Swallow-tailed kites are one of our earliest migrants, and their migration is already underway. So we're going to learn all about that right now. The Orleans Audubon Society is partnering with the Barataria-Terrebonne National Estuary Program and the Avian Research and Conservation Institute to learn more about swallow-tailed kites in the Barataria-Terrebonne Basin. We want to learn all about swallow-tailed kites that nest in the basin, including what their migratory pathways are so that we can better conserve them. And a burning question about the species migration route is whether individuals will fly straight across the Gulf of Mexico, which is the most dangerous route, or take one of these overland routes heading west through Texas and Mexico on the completely overland route, or taking the eastern circumgulf route, which goes through these Gulf states, through peninsular Florida, crossing the Straits of Florida, etc. So this can be dangerous with these water crossings here too, to end up in the Yucatan Peninsula. So what will the Barataria-Terrebonne Basin kites do? On July 7th, we captured and put a tracking device on a swallow-tailed kite in the basin west of Pierre and Belle River. The tracking device that we used is a GPS satellite transmitter, and it's a really cool state-of-the-art technology with powered by solar panels, and it'll provide us with 8 GPS locations a day. These are highly accurate. We also get the bearing of the bird and the altitude and its speed. Let's take a look now at this kite's track, the Belle River female. All right, so here we just see her home range. This is on July 24th. And then on the evening or afternoon and evening of July 24th, she goes on what I call a bit of a walkabout, exploring the basin, perhaps preparing for migration. So then we go through on the 25th, she's back on her home range. And it's not until the 26th that interesting things start happening. So let's see, we're still on the 25th here. Here we are moving into the 26th of July. Okay, this dot there, the blue dot, she's hunting in the basin west of the community of Belle River, near where we captured her and placed the tracking device on her. And then at about 2 p.m., she started heading south and flew for 22 miles to the west bank of the Atchafalaya River above its delta. Let's zoom in a little bit and see if you can see that. I guess we need to advance it one more. Okay, so she comes down here. This is her 22-mile jaunt. And she then, from here, she heads southeast and crosses the river and flies into Terrebonne Parish. And here we find her at 6 p.m., her tag reported to be east of Caillou Lake and over the Montecluse Bay. So from there, she headed pretty much due south at a speed of 25 knots. And she passes through right in between the Raccoon Island and Isle de Neer. And then the next time we find her, she is 10 miles south of the Isle de Neer barrier island chain in the Gulf of Mexico proper. Now these birds fly day and night over the Gulf of Mexico. And so we can see here that let's advance her track, and I'll zoom out a little bit. Another interesting thing that happened here was at 4 a.m. the next morning on July 27th, the Belle River female veered a little bit west. And you're wondering, what's happening now? Is she going to change and go for the overland western route? And we don't know yet, but what it looks like here is that she corrected her track at 9 o'clock in the morning and started heading pretty much due south again. So perhaps she has corrected her course and is going to go straight across the Gulf of Mexico, but the winds in the Gulf may change at any moment, so you never know. Stay tuned for updates on her progress, and don't forget to subscribe to Orleans Audubon Society's YouTube channel.